Let me guess, your kid trains, shows up, wants it, but when it really counts, when the lights come on, when the puck drops, when the pressure's real, they disappear. Not because they're not good enough, because they've never trained to execute under pressure. That's the real gap, and that's what Compete Code fixes. I've spent 20 plus years building systems in education, coaching, and in performance systems. And I've coached kids at high levels. I've taught kids at high levels. I've taught future leaders in academics, in sports, and in leadership. And I've worked with parents who've done everything they can except get real clarity. Now, here's the thing, I don't hate on coaches. I build with them. But the problem I keep seeing is this: when the pressure hits, kids collapsed. Not because they didn't care, but because the system was never built for pressure. So I built it. Most kids don't lose because they're lazy. They lose because they've never been trained to win the moment that matters. The micro moment. You know, that bounce back, that bench shift, the high stakes decisions with everything on the line. That's pressure execution. And that's the gap nobody's fixing. And that's why I built Compete Code, and that's why it exists. So here's the Compete Code equation. Input times leverage plus proof equals 10x compete. And this is what I teach kids. And I know it sounds like it's huge language, but this is the language they're using from ages 8 to 18 at this point. So let me give you the equation again. It's input times leverage plus proof equals 10x compete. Now, input means your effort or the training that you're doing. Leverage equals targeting your bottleneck. That's what's stopping you, right? And you're using that to target it. Proof equals the evidence you're actually improving. And let me be crystal clear. Bottleneck equals the one thing holding everything else back. Leverage equals putting reps there instead of everywhere. And then micro moments equals the second long situations where everything is won or lost. Most athletes never train for those. And most coaches, they just don't have time to isolate them. That's where Compete Code fits. It does both systematically. 10x doesn't mean you're working harder. It means you get more from what you're already doing. Same reps, better focus, same effort, better direction, same player, new results. So if you're gonna show up, make it count. Because if you're putting in the work without targeting the bottleneck under pressure or with proof, you're just recycling frustration. Now let's talk about Rocky. I love that movie, but that movie, the Rocky montage that most of you would know if you're somewhere around my age, the Rocky montage lasts 30 seconds in the movie. But in real life, it takes 5 years. And that's why we train athletes to track and stack small wins every single week. While we're waiting for something big, we're winning something small. We teach them how to bounce back faster, how to self-coach mid-game, mid-shift, execute when the heart beats high. That's the stuff that gets you picked. And that's the stuff that gets you confident and elevates you, regardless of what level you play. And that's exactly what we're tracking inside Compete Code. And I get a lot of people that are, wondering about, is this some kind of mindset course or fluff? I don't build fluff. I build weapons. I don't stop until I can say, what would I change about this? And if it's nothing, then I am giving them the best chance to execute possible. Because when it comes to kids, you don't get to guess. You need to build a system that works. And if it doesn't train pressure, it is not good enough. So if this hits home, if you're listening and you're thinking, this is exactly what my kid needs, that is not an accident. That's the gap Compete Code was built to fix, because kids need this, we need this, coaches need this. And no, I'm not telling you to buy anything. I just want you to ask yourself, is your kid training to win under pressure? Are they tracking proof? Are they stacking micro moments every single week? If the answer is no, then you already know the answer. And we've built a system for that. It's running, it works. And when you're ready to stop guessing and start building a competitor who executes when it counts, we will be there. Now, I want you to know that this is something that I'm really, really, really proud of, but I want you to think about what it is that you could help your kid today. If you know your kid needs this kind of clarity, pressure training, and proof of progress, Compete Code's the system we've built to solve it. And I don't care if you join today, I care that you stop wasting reps. So when you're ready to stop guessing and start winning those micro moments under pressure, we'll be here.